Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about she was hurt in the past. Is that why she backed away? So you wouldn't believe actually how many emails I get and how many people I get wanting coaching with me who have this issue, right? I get a lot of guys needing help with a girl that they've been dating, and then what they've discovered over time of dating her is that she's had a bad past and she suddenly starts to withdraw, right? And she's no longer displaying as much interest. And then they think that, oh, because she's had a bad past, and she may have even said, I have had a bad past, I've had an abusive ex or something like that. And they then believe that, okay, so the reason why she's backing away from me is because I'm treating her so nicely, and she's never felt that way before, and she needs help, and she's backing away basically because she's had this bad past and she doesn't know how to react to someone treating her nicely, or she's had a bad past, so she needs time, she needs therapy before she can start dating me again. Right, so I get a lot of people coming to me about that. It's kind of like scary, basically, how many people come to me with the same kind of story, and they're interacting with women who've had these bad pasts. So what I want to say, and what I usually try to put across to these guys, is that it's not that she had a bad past, right? Unfortunately, the truth is that it doesn't matter if she had a bad past or not. If she was really, really attracted to you, like really attracted to you, she wouldn't be able to stay away from you. She will be drawn to message you, to miss you, to talk to you, right? How do I know that? I know that because I've had a bad past, right? I've had issues in relationships, right? I was even had a really troubling childhood where I was basically groomed in a way, and manipulated very, very harshly, I guess you could say as well. I don't want to go too deep into that because it's not relevant, but I've had a bad past, right? And when I see someone that I really like, and I meet someone that I really like when I met my wife, it didn't matter, right? It didn't matter that I had a bad past. I didn't feel like I needed to withdraw from her. I didn't even want to, right? And that's happened with everyone that I've dated who I've really liked, despite my past, right? So what usually happens though, okay, and this is why sometimes this does happen, why women with bad pasts do sometimes withdraw, is because perhaps they're basically in a rebound sort of like mindset, basically. And because they're on a rebound, they're trying to almost in a way try and get a relationship. They want a relationship for one reason or another, right? And then they realize that, oh, actually, maybe I went a bit too gung-ho with this. I actually don't know this guy very well. I'm actually a bit unsure about him. I'm not even sure if I'm attracted to him. But I kind of just wanted, maybe she just wanted some attention for a while. Or maybe she did find you attractive to begin with, but unfortunately she lost attraction for you, which is a normal thing to actually happen in the dating process. And it does happen quite a lot. Sometimes you can go on a few dates with someone, feel like it's going really well, and then suddenly change your mind about them because for whatever reason you've spent more time with them. And because you've spent more time with them, you realize that, actually, yeah, this person's not quite for me. Right? And sometimes women who have had bad pasts are actually over it. They're over their bad past, but they're using their bad past as an excuse to not date you anymore, right? Because what they really want to say is, look, sorry, I'm not interested anymore. They say, yeah, look, sorry. But they don't want to just say that because it can be quite confrontational, right? And if she's had a bad past, like let's say she's been with an abusive boyfriend or whatever, then she's going to try to avoid any kind of conflict whatsoever, any kind of confrontation. So basically what she's going to do is she's going to say something that is like, oh, I just don't know where I am right now in my life, or, oh, I need more therapy from, my ex-boyfriend who was nasty to me. She's going to say these things, but really what they are is a polite way of saying no. Okay? So that's unfortunately, sometimes the harsh reality of it. Because usually what happens is that, they say, look, I've had a bad past, I've not, I need more therapy, I'm not ready for a relationship, whatever. And then a few months down the line, they're in a new relationship with someone else. Or it might be the fact that they just haven't come back to you. They just haven't spoken to you and everything's fizzled out, right? But if she was attracted to you, no matter what kind of past she has had, if she was really, really attracted to you, was really interested in you, then she would be drawn to you, right? She wouldn't be able to stay away from you. And we've all had that feeling of when we really like someone, we kind of always want to talk to them. We always kind of know what they're up to. We want to know what they're doing. We want to see them. We're trying to make arrangements to meet up with them. We're wondering what they're doing. We're missing them, right? That's how we feel. That's how everyone feels. That's how a woman feels when they like someone, and that's how what a man feels like when they like someone. They want to be around them all the time. So if a woman no longer wants to be around you, no matter what excuse comes out of her mouth, it's because she's no longer interested. So it doesn't matter what kind of past she's had. It doesn't matter what she's saying to you this week, right? If she's not wanting to see you, it's because her attraction has dropped. Okay? And that's the harsh reality of that. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that women are lying to you when they say that they've had bad pasts, because they probably have. Unfortunately, a lot of women have had bad pasts, whether things have happened to them in their childhood, their teenage years, or in romantic relationships, right? All you need to do is look at statistics to see, the statistics between men and women, the differences there when it comes to women who have been SA'd and men who have been SA'd, right? So women who have been SA'd, a lot of these things can happen to them while they're a child or when they're a teenager, right? It's like 1 in 4 or something like that. 1 in 4 women have had something inappropriate happen to them below the ages of 18 when they're a minor, right? A minor, right? For men, I can't remember the exact statistic, but it's more something like 1 in 14 or 1 in 13 boys that have that same issue, right? But in my own personal experience as well, whenever I've spoken to my friends who are female and things like that about these kinds of things, everyone has a story of when they were too young, when they were a minor, where something weird happened to them by someone who was much older than them, by a predator or whatever, right? By someone who was abusing power, basically, in a way, right? And a lot of women have suspicions over men and things like that. So and a lot of women have had these bad pasts, right, where they've had mistrust in men or in people of authority or whatever, right? Because that power has been abused. Okay, so I'm not saying that she's lying to you when she says she has a bad past. She probably has had a bad past. But what I'm trying to put across to you is that she was probably using that as an excuse to say that she was no longer interested, right? And she was hoping that perhaps maybe you would read between the lines and see that she's actually not interested. She's always hoping for that. She's hoping that you're reading between the lines. So it doesn't matter if she says, look, I need more therapy to get over my ex-boyfriend or this bad past that I've had, or, I need time to focus on myself, or I just want to focus on my career right now, or I'm just not ready for a relationship, or I'm not ready to date. If she's saying these things, they're just a politer way of saying no. And because she doesn't want any confrontation due to the bad past that she's had, she's trying to say it in a more lighter way. Now, it doesn't mean that you are someone who she's afraid of, or you've showed scary behavior or anything like that. It just means that she probably does this with all guys who she starts dating and then realizes that she's not really that interested in. Okay? And also, this isn't just like a women's issue, right? When it comes to you date someone and then you change your mind about them, right? I think we've all had experiences where we've dated someone or we thought that we liked someone, but then we actually realized that we didn't like them very much. Right? I know I've had that. I had dates in the past where I really enjoyed the first couple of dates and things were going really well. And then I'd go on another date with them and they would start saying things that I weren't really that keen on, or the vibe just wasn't there, or I just didn't feel, I'm actually not really that attracted to you. And you start to realise that. You start to see them more like as a friend or something like that. So people can change their minds and people can change over time. So it's not something to feel bad about, it may be just that this person just wasn't it, right? And that's usually what it comes down to. Usually comes down to a compatibility issue. Either you felt you weren't compatible with her, or she felt she wasn't compatible with you. And unfortunately, if that's the case, there's nothing either of you can do about it. She may think you're the nicest, most pleasant man on the planet, but if she's not attracted to you, she's not going to want to date you, right? And she is going to withdraw from you, right? So you've just got to find a woman who is attracted to you, who doesn't want to withdraw from you, right? And you will, because dating is basically, what I like to say, is a game of numbers. The more women you date, the more women you meet, right? The more likely you are to find someone who does tick all those boxes, right? It may take you 10 dates. It may take you 50. It may take you 100. It may take you 200 dates. But I guarantee it, if you keep on dating, if you keep on talking to different women, you will find someone who thinks that you're the bee's knees and that the sun shines out of your bum. Okay? Right? So thank you so much for watching. And I shall talk to you again very soon. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, guys.